stuff by the time we're done. And that's just an unfortunate reality of not really being able to replace equipment at the optimum time.
And I don't know if you folks realize it, but they also take care of the police fleet, cars, and so that's just a good point of information for you all.
Madam Chair.
Are you done?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm done.
But to that point, you're only getting $200 for the police cars, or what are you getting for the machines? Are you at least getting?
Well, that $200 number is the most recent year. I think if you averaged, and Monique maybe can do the arithmetic for me if she's listening to us downstairs. Over 5 years, the average has probably been closer to maybe $400 to $500 for cars.
At least are you at least getting the Kelly Blue value?
No, again, this is done according to an auction process, but I can even recall. Well, I just remember selling a Crown Vic of my own and got $500 for it. So that used to be kind of the going price. Now the police don't have the Crown Vics anymore. Well, they still have some old ones.
I could add that anytime you get about $200 for a vehicle, it's normally because we scrapped it. And that's the scrap value when we take a car there. Normally we'll sell these cars off for anywhere between $500 and $600, maybe $700 at the auction sites.
Right. Jeff, could you say, though, are we tending to, I guess, cannibalize or use up all the parts more and more with the declining because we've had a declining rate of police purchases.
Right. So. The Crown Victoria squad cars in particular, if we let those out the door with no fenders or trunk lid or hood lid, that's why we would have to scrap it in some cases. We take whatever we can so we can use it on those working units that are out there.
All right, you're being a little bit more efficient. That was. I'm glad you're here. That wasn't discussed the other day. So
I'm waiting for them to introduce the first DPW rebuilt Crown Victoria.
Okay. Hey, so the money where's that money go?
That's general fund revenue.
General funds.
Yeah.
When you take a Viper to auction, let me know.
Thank you, Jeff.
Jeff, what's the average? Well, not the average, but how long do we run our vehicles, like cars, trucks?
Good question.
What are they? 10 years, 20?
It depends on the vehicle. If you're talking police squads, in some cases we still have some 2004 Crown Vics that are still out there. And generally the life expectancy of a car like that's basically in 24/7 use, is normally about 4 years. So we're limping them along the best we can. In many cases we will take and put a new engine, new transmission, rebuild the suspension and put the unit back out to work for another cycle, if you will. And the goal really is we're making up for not being able to replace as many as we would like. Case in point, this year there's 25 squads being purchased. That number probably should be quite a bit higher. And in years past, we would buy up to 100, 122 squads in a year, and that was many years ago.
And when you're done with DPW passenger cars and heavy equipment, how many years do they have under their belt?
Well, we've got some sewers vehicles out there right now that are 2002 vintage with 250,000 miles on them, and they're still going. So it depends on the vehicle itself. A refuse truck might not have anywhere near that amount of miles because they're not inspecting things and constantly moving. We'll try and get 12, 15 years out of a refuse truck before we sell it off.
Okay.
And the average age of the major fleet is about 12.3 years?
12.3 years is the average life, but that means we have some vehicles that are upwards of 20 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, again, we talk a lot about employment, so encourage those of you who have youngsters interested or know of people in mechanics. The city's going to be doing this unless something really bad happens for an awful long time, because our hourly rates are actually better than we can get going on the outside, but we're having trouble, or have had trouble, retaining our full complement of trained mechanics. So it's going to be a good another one of those opportunities that should continue pretty much for as long as any of us are around.
Madam Chair,
I believe they have had some success recently with the new exam.
let me thank you. May I have that information?
Yeah, we'll get it for you.
Okay. Who does our oil changes and car washes and maintenance of the cars?
The DPW equipment is maintained by DPW personnel. MPD squad cars are serviced for oil changes in neighborhoods with contractors.
Oh, like who?
Jiffy Lube, Quick Lube.
And so police go get an oil change just like
Right,
anybody
but
else.
instead of bringing them into the central repair garage and getting them off the street, they're staying basically in the neighborhoods where
Yep.
they're working,
Gotcha.
getting these oil changes.
Good. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Yeah, just Monique just brought this information down. The 71